Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my February and March 2022 Empties video. I have a collection of empty used up products here to show you, and I didn't have enough in February, so it's a little bit of a combined, a little bit of a bigger pile of products here than I normally have in these monthly empties videos. But if you're not familiar with these videos, I really love them because it's an opportunity for me to give you my full, complete thoughts on all beauty products, not just makeup. So it's skincare and hair care, and that looks to be about all the products that I have in this month's box. But sometimes there's a little bit of lifestyle or like hygiene products as well. But these are all the products that I used up in the past 2 months. So I have been able to really put these to the test. And I have some great products in here, and then some products that I didn't love, yet I still kept using them. So let's jump into it. Here is a product that I really did love, but it is expensive. This is from 111 Skin, and it's the Antioxidant Energizing Essence. So I used this as my toner step in my skincare routine. So I'd put this on after cleansing my face, and it did last a while. At least you get a lot of product in here. And I did get this in one of my beauty subscriptions, so I got it for a good deal, but it's probably too expensive for me to actually repurchase this, but I really did enjoy it. I'm pretty particular about my toner texture, and this is seriously like a super thin liquid, like a water. I would just pour some onto my hand, rub it into my skin. It is quite fragranced. It smells really nice, but having such strong fragrances is not very good for skincare, but I do find these expensive products often have these very strong fragrances. So if you don't like fragrances, you wouldn't like this, but I really like the smell of this, and it does really feel like my skin drinks this up, and then my skin is ready immediately for the next step in my skincare routine, which is usually a serum. And I actually have 2 serums that I used up over the past 2 months. The first one that I want to show you is from badescu, and this is the Hyaluronic Dewdrops. So now we're going to something that I feel like is much more reasonably priced, and I really like this. It's simple, gentle. This one, I'm not worried about any strong fragrances. And I have been dealing with dry skin over the cold winter months, so this was a great serum for me. It helped to rebuild that moisture barrier, get rid of that dry skin, give that glow back to my skin again, and this really helped. And I feel like since I've stopped using it, I'm back to getting dry skin, getting dry patches, so this is a product that I would repurchase and continue using. It's a little bit of a thicker serum, which I like as long as my skin absorbs it and it doesn't, like pill or bunch up or just like sit there and ruin my makeup. And this one, even though it is thicker, my skin was smooth with it on and it didn't cause any of those issues. And this is also a product that even after leaving this on my skin for a little while before moving on to another skincare step or applying anything else onto my face, my skin still had that glow, that sheen, which is kind of what you would expect from this. And I'm so glad it actually does give a visible glow and sheen to the skin if you did just want to do this serum alone to have that glow. But I do too many steps in my routine, and I wear too full coverage of a foundation to ever actually do that, but I would always notice that my skin was looking really nice after just putting this on and nothing else. The other serum that I used up, and this lasted like maybe 2 weeks, if that, whereas the badescu serum, which is very reasonably priced, lasted me probably a couple months. But this one here is the Codex Beauty Labs Brightening Serum. And this one is a very different texture. It's thinner, a little blends out a long way, and then you're left with a very thin layer on the skin, not as much shine left behind. My skin really did drink this up nicely. And something that I did start doing recently after my serum steps is to do a roller. So I'm using the forget what it's called, but it's a black stone, and I just roll my neck and my face after putting on my serum. And both of these serums are great kind of like lubricating barriers for that. And I would say that after I have completed that rolling step, or even kind of right before, in between, this is already kind of dried into my skin. So it didn't feel like it did too much. As far as brightening, I actually don't have any foundation on right now. I have a little concealer under my eyes, but I don't, and this is the serum that I just finished using yesterday, and I don't feel like I noticed any brightening. My skin right now is more splotchy, discolored. I'm not wearing blush. That's just the redness in my cheeks right now. So not a product that I'm like, this was amazing. Between the two serums, of course, I prefer the Badescu Hyaluronic Dewdrops, but this one was just a quick in between to try out, and I wasn't crazy about it. Let's stick with my skincare routine and move on to the eye cream step. So I finished the Hamish Marine Care Eye Cream, and this is kind of different than what I would expect for an eye cream. It's very thick. It's like a balm texture. So this lasted me a long time. This is a sample that I got in a beauty subscription box, but pretty big sample for an eye cream. And that balm texture, like I would take the tiniest bit and it would be great for morning and evening night cream. It was great under my under eye concealer, didn't cause any texture or pilling or anything like that. My under eyes stayed hydrated, but I wouldn't consider this a very moisturizing product because of that balm texture. It didn't really feel super moisturizing, and it didn't look super moisturizing compared to other eye creams that I feel like leave more of that shine and that moisture radiance on the skin. This doesn't really have that texture, more of a matte look. So it was a little different, but it was fine. It didn't cause any issues, and so I continued using it until it was gone, but I wasn't like seeing improvements really in my under eyes. It just kind of moisturized enough. So not one I'm going to repurchase either. But speaking of under eyes, I love these under eye masks. I was really bad about doing my weekly masks over the past 2 months, and I only did one, I guess, because I use under eye patches whenever I do my weekly masks, and I only have one in this box here. But I have talked about these a lot. I love them. They're from the brand blaq, and they're these like jelly black under eye masks that are so soothing, hydrating. See, that's what I'm thinking about when I see a visible difference after using an under eye product versus this one here. But this will help get rid of, or at least minimize, the lines that I get under my eyes. It really helps to plump and hydrate, and it's just such a soothing experience. They sit really nicely and securely on my under eyes, so even though they're like a jelly texture, they're not sliding around, so I can still walk around and do things while I have these on. So I really enjoy these. I like to keep a few of these on hand. And then the last step in my face skincare routine is a moisturizer. And like I was saying, my skin was very dry, still is, from the cold winter months. And so I was using the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Intense hydration for dry, parched skin. Thinking, okay, this sounds like the perfect product for my dry skin. And I just don't think that this is as hydrating as it claims to be. I thought that it did moisturize my skin, but it's kind of thinner than what I was expecting based off of all those claims, and it does have a smell to it, which I thought was surprising for kind of the claims and the packaging of this product. So I really wanted this to save my super dry skin, and it helped, but it wasn't like completely hydrating, didn't completely get rid of my dry skin. I would put this on in the morning or in the evening, but say I put it on in the morning and a few hours later, I was still getting those dry patches. So it wasn't like a super long lasting moisturizing effect. It would be good at first, but it wasn't like deeply moisturizing and healing enough for how dry my skin was. If my skin was just a little dry or even not dry, this would still be a fine moisturizer to use, but it just didn't do as good of a job as I was hoping and expecting. So those are all of my face skincare products. I do have 2 body skincare products. So I'll start with this one here. This is from the brand Pharmacy, which makes a lot of really popular hyped products. And this here is the Honeymoon Glow 12% AHA BHA Resurfacing Serum, which was the first body serum I think I ever used. And I used this up completely, and I was using it like once a week, I'd say. So it was used up pretty fast, but I didn't love this. I didn't like the smell. It kind of smells like honey, and I'm very particular about the way my body products smell. Like, I love a scented body lotion as a way to kind of wear like a body fragrance, a perfume. So when I don't love the smell of the product that I'm putting on my body, it's just not something that I'm going to like. I did like the texture of this though. It really was like a slippy, slidey serum that was so quick and easy to put on. It would leave a little bit of sheen behind and my skin would drink it up. I wouldn't put a whole moisturizer on top of my skin afterwards, which you could definitely do if you wanted to be extra like that, but I was using this in the place of my moisturizer that day. And I can't say I ever noticed any like exfoliating effects really, but it did seem hydrating. My skin did seem smooth after using this, but I just don't love it enough to continue using it and to repurchase it. If this had a smell to it that I liked, maybe I would, because I did really like the process and the technique of applying this and the texture of it, but the smell is just throwing me off too much, and I just didn't really see any benefits to using this aside from a regular nice smelling lotion. But then another product that I tried out is this self-tanning gradual lotion from the brand Vida Liberata Advanced Organics Fabulous, maybe is what it's called. Here is what that packaging looks like. So this is a smaller sample size that I got in a beauty subscription box, and this is a product I want to purchase in the full size because it is so good. I am very fair, and so I'm really into self-tanning, but very picky. It can't look orange or unnatural or streaky because it's just going to be so obvious on me. And this looked so good, so natural, such an immediate difference in the color of my skin. Like, it's a gradual lotion, but after just one use, I could see a difference, and it looked like such a natural tan that wasn't orange. I think this is kind of something I look for. It's like green around the top here where it's dried down. So then I know it's going to be more of like a olive undertone rather than an orange, and that's what I think looks the most natural for me. So I was so happy with the color that this gave me, and so I'm bummed that I already ran out of this before the warm weather season has even happened. So I want to get this to have for the spring and summer because I love the way my skin looked with this on, and it was just like enough to have a little taste of how my tan could look if I was using this. So I really liked it. I hadn't heard of this before, but I love it. And now for some hair products. So I used up this Hask Keratin Protein Smoothing Deep Conditioner. So it comes in these packs, which I don't love that. It's really difficult to continue using in the shower because it comes with so much in here. I was able to get probably like 10 uses out of this, but it's really good. So moisturizing and softening to the hair, and it smells so good. So if this was in like a tub it would be perfect because the formula really is so good. Just one use and you'll notice softness to your hair. And so I use a deep conditioner every time I wash my hair, and I really enjoyed using this because my hair was just feeling so soft every time I would wash my hair. It says it softens and prevents breakage in weak, damaged hair, and I feel like that is so accurate. And this is not very expensive either, so if you are looking for a good hair mask, I would still recommend this. And then my last product and the other hair product that I used up is from the brand Fakai, and this is Cbd Scalp Calming Shampoo for fine to medium hair, which is not what I have, but I still really like this. It's clean, vegan, sustainable, no silicone, sulfate, phthalates, or parabens, made with 95% recycled plastic. Oh, I didn't even realize all this about the brand, but I loved this. This is a high-end skin or hair care brand, but I definitely deal with like itchy scalp, and so this was so perfect for me, this Cbd Scalp Calming. I had tried other scalp like clarifying shampoos and things like that were so harsh, and this does a great job of completely cleaning my hair. Makes my hair feel like I completely cleaned it, no more greasiness on the scalp, but it wasn't drying to my scalp. It really was calming. So this is a really great option if you deal with those same types of issues. So mostly what I just loved about this was the relief that it gives my scalp. As far as how it is for my hair, I thought it was fine. Like nothing out of the ordinary, extra special for my hair, aside from it does a good job of cleaning my hair. I don't think it's the best smelling shampoo either, which smell does matter to me in my shampoos, but I really like this because of those scalp benefits. And there we have it, all of my empties for February and March of 2022. I would love to hear in the comments down below if you've tried any of these products before. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.